If I may, I would like to talk about the end of pain, because pain, fear, and what we call love always go together. If we do not understand fear, we cannot understand pain, and we cannot know that love in which there is no contradiction, no friction. To completely end pain is extremely difficult because in one form or another, pain is always with us. For this reason, I would like to thoroughly examine the problem. But my words will serve little purpose if each of us does not examine the problem within oneself, without agreeing or disagreeing with me, but simply observing the reality of the facts. If we can do this in reality, not just in theory, perhaps we will be able to understand the enormity of pain and therefore put an end to pain through the centuries. Love and pain have always gone hand in hand, prevailing now one, now the other. Soon that state we call love fades, and we fall back into our jealousies, vanities, fears, and sorrows. Love and pain have always battled, and before delving into how to end pain, I think we must understand what passion is. Few truly know passion. Perhaps we have known enthusiasm, which means being captivated by something. The passion we know is always for something, for music, for painting, for literature, for our country, for a woman, or for a man. It is always the effect of a cause. When you fall in love, you are in a strong emotional state, which is passion. Without a cause, it is being passionate about everything, not just one thing. While generally our passion goes to a specific person or thing, I consider this a distinction to be carefully considered. Observe your heart and mind. I am only a mirror in which you are looking at yourself. If you don't want to look, that's fine. But if you want to look at yourself with attention, with intensity, relentless. Not in the hope of erasing your sorrows, anxieties, or guilt, but with the purpose of seeing how this type of passion inevitably leads to pain when it has a cause. Passion becomes lust if there is passion for a specific thing, person, idea, or accomplishment. That passion generates contrast, conflicts, and struggles to achieve and maintain a particular situation or to recreate a situation that has already ended. On the other hand, the passion I am talking about never generates contrast or conflict. It is absolutely detached from a cause, and therefore, it is not an effect. Listen quietly. Don't try to reach this intensity of passion without a cause immediately. If we listen carefully to this passion without a cause, with the taste of an attention not forced by discipline, but arising from the desire to know, we might discover for ourselves what this passion is. We have very little passion within us. We can be lustful, intensely craving something, ardently desiring to escape from something else, and all of this generates a certain intensity. But if we do not awaken and do not find the path to the fire of passion without a cause, we will never understand what we call pain. To understand, one must be passionate. One must have the intensity of total attention. If passion has a specific object, generating contrast and conflict, the pure flame of passion cannot burn. But this pure flame of passion must burn to be able to end pain, to dissolve it completely. We know that pain is a product, the effect of a cause. I love someone who does not love me, and there is a reason for pain. I want to realize myself in a certain direction, but I do not have the abilities. Or I have the abilities, but I have an illness or some other obstacle preventing me from succeeding. Here is another cause of pain. There is the pain of a petty mind, a mind in constant conflict with itself, tirelessly struggling, arranging, groping, conforming. There is the pain of conflict in relationships and the pain of losing a person who has died. We know all these forms of pain, and all are the product of a cause. In fact, we do not want to face the reality of pain. We try to explain it, to rationalize it. We cling to a dogma, to a belief that reassures us, that offers temporary comfort. Some turn to drugs, others to alcohol, others to prayer, anything to alleviate the intensity, the torment of pain. Pain is the inexhaustible effort to escape. It is the destiny of each of us. Have we ever thought of definitively ending pain so that the mind is never again prey to automation? To put an end to pain. If we are Christians, we go to worship in churches under the form of Christ's agony. Whether we go to church to worship the symbol of pain or try to erase it by rationalizing or forgetting it through drinking, it's always the same thing. We are running away from the fact that we suffer. I'm not talking about physical pain that modern medicine can largely defeat. I'm talking about psychological pain that hinders clarity and beauty, destroys love and compassion. Is it possible to completely end this pain? I believe the possibility of ending pain is connected to the intensity of passion. There can only be passion where there is total self-renunciation. We cannot be passionate if there is not the total absence of what we call thought. What we call thought is the response of memory, and where this conditioned reaction occurs, there can be no passion or intensity. There is intensity only where there is a total absence of self. Do you know that sense of beauty that is not only about the beautiful or the ugly? It's not about a mountain being beautiful or there not being ugly buildings. There is a beauty that is not the opposite of ugliness. There is a love that is not the opposite of hate. The self-renunciation I am talking about is a state of beauty without cause, and therefore it is passion. Is it possible to go beyond what is the result of a cause? Try to give your full attention to grasp the meaning without stopping at words. Most of us do nothing but react continuously. Reaction has become the pattern of our life. We respond to pain with a reaction. We respond by seeking an explanation for pain or by trying to escape. But our pain does not end. Pain can only end if we face the reality of it. When we understand the cause and effect and overcome them, the attempt to free ourselves from pain through a specific practice or a specially constructed idea or surrendering to various paths does not awaken in the mind the extraordinary beauty, vitality, and intensity of this passion that includes and transcends pain. What is pain in the face of this question? How do you respond to it? Your mind goes immediately in search of the cause of pain, and this desire for explanation awakens the memory of past pains. You always return to the past or rush towards the future in an attempt to explain the cause of that effect we call pain. But I believe we must go beyond all this. We know very well the causes of pain: poverty, illness, frustration, not being loved, and so on. But even by explaining the causes, pain does not cease. We have not touched the extraordinary depths and the extraordinary meaning of pain more than we have touched that state we call love. Pain and love are connected, and to understand love, one must feel the immensity of pain. The ancients spoke of the end of pain and outlined a model of life that many followed. Eastern and Western monks attempted to put it into practice with the only result of hardening themselves. Their minds and hearts closed behind the walls of their thoughts or behind real walls of stone and bricks. And it doesn't seem to me that they crossed them to feel the immensity of this thing we call pain. To end pain, we must face the reality of our own loneliness, our attachments, our petty desire for fame, our hunger for love. We must free ourselves from selfish concerns and the childishness of automation. Even after overcoming all this, there remains the immense collective pain, the pain of the world. We can end our personal pain by facing the reality of pain within ourselves and its cause. A mind that wants to be free must absolutely do this. Still, there is the pain of the enormous ignorance present in the world. Not the lack of notions or knowledge from books, but humanity's ignorance about itself. Self-ignorance is the essence of ignorance, causing the immense pain in the world. But what is pain really? Understandably, there are no words to explain pain, just as there are no words to describe love. Love is not attachment. It is not the opposite of hate. Love is not jealousy. Even when jealousy, envy, attachment, conflicts, and anxieties that we experience while thinking we love have come to an end, the question remains, what is love? The question remains, what is pain? You will discover what love is and what pain is only when your mind has rid itself of all explanations, stopped imagining, searching for a cause, taking pleasure in words, and reviving in memory past pains and pleasures. The mind must be completely silent, without words, images, or ideas. Then you will discover that state where what we call love, what we call pain, and what we call death are one thing. Then there will be no more division between love, pain, and death. Where there is no division, there is beauty. But to understand and dwell in this state of ecstasy, there must be that passion that comes only with total self-abandonment. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. See you very soon, and from here to there, be wise.